Hi, Ann and Ryan.
Hello,
Hello.
Ben.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
It's good to see your
Pretty good.
faces.
Uh-huh.
Good to see yours.
Yeah, you've been staying busy and safe.
Busy and safe, yes. We're pretty much hunkered down here at the crib.
Yep. Prospect.
Prospecting.
Well, thanks for agreeing to come on the program and chat about some art that you've got in your house. So I've been calling this project Artists and the Art That They Live With. And so the idea, as I've told you, is we're just talking with a handful of artists, and they're going to talk about a piece that's a piece of art that they didn't make, but it's a piece that they live with, and we'll get to know a little bit more about it. So with that, why don't you, what do you got for us?
Well, we've got behind us here, this is the Shepherd of the Satellites, or what I've been calling it, what we've been calling it is Tiger, Tiger, Burning Bright, because it's an animal deity sculpture, collage, 3D piece made by Justin MacInteer. And I didn't know the title of it until I talked to him yesterday. So I called it Tiger, Tiger, Burning Bright, from a poet, a poem by William Blake, Tiger, Tiger, Burning Bright in the Forest of the Night. So that's our tiger, and we've lived with him for how long have we had this?
Oh, what, 10, 15 years, 12 years, somewhere in there?
Wow.
Something like that. But he actually created it back, and he was thinking like 2005-ish. So, I mean, we've had it for a little while. But we came to own it because, so Justin MacInteer, the artist, is from Wichita. He's originally from Wichita, and he went to the Kansas City Art Institute with Ryan's brother, Tim Goodwillie, who you have had the pleasure of
Yes.
being with lately. Anyway, those two went to the Art Institute together, and they both moved out to LA. And the Art Institute brought them back for an alumni show around 05, 06, 07. So we all went, and the family went, and to our amazement, Ryan's and Tim's father bought this piece, Bob Goodwillie, and we were so excited.
Which was a little, we thought maybe sort of out of his element or not his cup of tea. Not
his wheelhouse
Not his
in the
wheelhouse,
art world necessarily.
Yeah. But we love it, and so
and they loved it,
and they loved it too. So they got it, and they had it up in their place for a while.
Yeah.
And they like to change art out, periodically. So
Yeah.
after seeing it for like a year or so,
maybe two,
yeah, it was down, and we couldn't find it when we went over there, and we were amazed to see that it was gone, and we're kind of worried as to what happened to it. And lo and behold, it was just in kind of like
in the basement, in the corner.
Yeah.
So we jumped on it.
Yeah.
They were like, "Do you guys want it?" And we were like, "Yes,
Absolutely.
we want it." Because he made a series of them. He called them animal deities, kind of after the Hindu animal deities. And I loved this one. It really jumped out at us. But back then, we were so poor, as starving artists ourselves, that we couldn't afford it. So we were so excited that Bob Goodwillie purchased it. So we jumped on it before the other siblings
That's right.
could get it.
Nice.
So yeah, that's how we came to acquire it. And sort of, I called Justin yesterday and chatted him up. We hadn't talked in a long time. And I was just interested in hearing a little bit about the whole series, because I didn't know that much about it. And he still has several of them. But what he said was he was really trying to use animals in kind of a cosmic way as larger beings. He said human vanity is so extreme as to discount animal power. So he wanted to show the animals in charge and show them with superhuman abilities. And the shepherd of the satellite, he's got a satellite in one hand and this hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was interesting. RJ was saying this morning that it was kind of like a deity watching over us, sort of like Big Brother, but in a very different way. So.
Right.
Omnipresent.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it definitely, whenever people visit, they are drawn to this piece for sure, because it's just got amazing detail and color. It's 3D. There's so much to look at and take in. He said it took him about 40 hours or about a week to create the piece, to create each piece. And I think he probably maybe had, 10 to 20 of them, somewhere around that. I can't remember exactly how many.
Not in the show we saw, but that he created
Right.
himself over time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that time in his work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Do you think, do you like to know from an artist, like how they made it or what they were thinking behind it? or were you sort of asking these questions because we were going to do this and talk about the piece?
Kind of both.
Yeah.
This is what prompted us to, get in touch with him after years. Yeah, it's probably been, haven't seen him or talked with him in maybe 8 years. Oh, that long? Yeah. Maybe. Okay.
Which is amazing that this condition, this situation has, brought us together when we probably wouldn't have talked to him. And so we're grateful for that. But to your question, this is one piece that we didn't know that much about, since we got it in a different way than actually buying it straight out from the artist and being able to chat them up at the time. So a lot of the pieces that we own, I feel like we kind of know the stories behind them.
Sort of, sometimes. I mean, it kind of depends on, like, maybe we're drawn to it already and it doesn't necessarily matter, or the story may not change our opinion of it. It definitely helps to deepen the understanding, or it could be totally out of left field. Our understanding or my personal or your personal may be completely different than how the artist intended it.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's a shocker. So sometimes it's, knowing the understanding at the outset can make you appreciate it more. Sometimes you don't need that and you're just drawn to it and you
create your own meaning.
Create your own
from
meaning,
it.
yeah.
Right. And I think the longer you live with things, the meaning can change.
Yeah.
Or more meanings can be added to it over time. Huh. Well, that's cool. Well, great.
Yeah. Well, just to kind of give a little info on the artist now, he taught art through museum education in LA for a long time, but he and Ryan's brother started up a gallery kind of curiosity shop in Echo Park where they lived. Justin still lives there, and called Echo Curio. It's like a little arts curiosity shop and gallery, and then they switched over to doing live shows, and it was very unique and one of a kind. They've since closed down. They closed in 2010, so that's his studio space now, and he stopped doing the teaching, and so now he does commercial murals and sign painting in LA, because he was getting kind of discouraged trying to like make it, as an artist and all that. But he's an amazing talent, and I love his humility. He's super intelligent, very talented dude. So, he slid into the public murals and signs, and he's really enjoying that.
Now he has endless work,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yep. So. That was
Nice.
nice to hear. He still lives in the same spot on Sunset in Echo Parque.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
And his
cool.
family lives here in Lawrence.
Really?
They've moved from Wichita. He's got a sibling here, I believe one, I'm not sure, maybe two. And his parents live here. And he actually had a public sculpture here, he told me, for years. He didn't remember where it was. And it was like a steel or metal big sculpture, like I said, a lingam or something like that. And he said, I wonder if the city still has it. He didn't even know. But so he's got some ties to the LFK.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Well, that's cool. Well, thanks for sharing the piece and the story behind it. And
Yes, happy to.
yeah, and I
Happy
hope,
to show the tiger in
Yeah,
all
thanks.
its glory.
Thanks for showing it. It needs to get out and about like
It
that,
does.
like this.
It needs to be seen.
for
Thanks,
sure.
Justin, for making it.
Yeah. All right, you two. It was good to see you, and I'll hope to see you soon in person.
All right.
All
Peace
right.
out, Ben.
Bye-bye.
Bye.